For number 11, it says solve each equation, round your answer to the nearest 10,000th. So for this one, when we have an exponential, we want to isolate the exponential. And so we would subtract 5 from both sides. So if we subtract 5 from both sides, we would get 16 to the 4n plus 7 equals, and subtracting 5 from each side would give us 73. And now what we can do is we actually have a couple options, but what we first learned to do was if you have an exponential and they're not related, like 16 and 73 don't factor down to the same base, then we can take the log of both sides. You can take the common log of both sides or the natural log. I usually just write the natural log of both sides. So we're going to take the natural log of both sides, and the reason we do that is we can then use the power rule for logarithms, and the 4n plus 7 will be able to move out front in front of our logarithm. So this is 4n plus 7 times the natural log of 16 equals the natural log of 73. Now, we do want to round our answer to the nearest 10,000th, but if we can wait as long as possible on that, it helps. So now I'm going to divide both sides, because I want to solve for n. I'm going to divide both sides by the natural log of 16. And that gives 4n plus 7 equals the natural log of 73 over the natural log of 16. We could continue not taking the natural logarithms right now, but I think now is a good time to do that. So we can do the natural log of 73 and divide that by the natural log of 16. And we get 1.547455614. So we have 4n plus 7 equals, and I'll go ahead and round here when I'm writing it. So 1.5475. But I'm going to just go ahead and leave it in my calculator here and be as accurate as possible. So now I would subtract 7 from both sides. So subtract 7. And so over here on the calculator, I can just push -7. And that gives us 4n equals negative 5.4525. And then lastly, we would divide both sides by 4. And so over here, we divide by 4 on the calculator. Oops, not 5, divide by 4. And we get the answer to be n equals negative 1.3631. That's the 10,000ths place, so we rounded to the nearest 10,000ths. And that's how you can solve exponentials.